All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the award-winning Adams Brothers podcast. We are joined here this afternoon with Dr. Kedner Maxime. He is a candidate for U.S. Congress in the 20th Congressional District. His name will be appearing on the November 3rd midterm election ballot, and he is running as an independent. He has no party affiliation, and he is going to be asking you for your vote on November the 3rd. So we'd like to welcome Dr. Kedner Maxime to the award-winning Adams Brothers podcast. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Well, I want to thank Adam Podcast for inviting me. This is a pleasure and an honor. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm here to basically participating with your audience and ask them to support me and to vote for me on November 3rd, 2026.
Okay. So, like I said, he's an independent. He's going to be on the midterm election ballot on November 3rd. So, Dr. Maxime, just go ahead and tell our viewers out there in Facebook and YouTube land a little bit about Dr. Maxime. Tell them, about whatever you want them to know about Dr. Maxime.
Well, basically, I was born and raised in northwest part of Haiti, which is Port-au-Paix, and I migrated here. I left Haiti when I was in college, Lycée Tertullian Guilbeault, and I came here in 1981. And when I came here, I didn't know much, although I studied English in Haiti, but I had to go to school to learn English. And then after that, I met my lovely wife, Durana Maxime. We have two children, very wonderful children. I love them. And I have my granddaughter, Kiana. And while I was working at a restaurant, I was cleaning. At that time, I get paid $2.50. It wasn't an easy tax to do. And right after that, in 1984, I get married. And after that, I work in the ground place maintenance, where I have to cut grasses from 9 to 5. It was not an easy job. It was hard. Then after that, I went to school, college, get an associate degree. And after that, I went to Nova Southeastern University with a bachelor. Then after that, I studied theology and got out with a master's degree. Then I get award with a doctorate in divinity. And then I found my business, Adventist First Consulting Services, and I work in the field of professional tax preparation as an accountant. And I also work in the field of immigration as a consultant. And then I run for city commission in Oakland Park in 2022. And after that, well, here I am. I'm running for Congress, Florida District 20.
All right. Well, you certainly have an impressive resume coming from Haiti and migrating here to the United States of America and struggling with the American English language. And then you
jobs,
went on and worked your jobs and everything. And then you got your degrees, advanced degrees. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yes, it is for someone from another country.
You're living the American dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Try my best to live it. And I recall, it wasn't easy when I was working while I was going to school. It was very hard because you work in the morning and to work at 9, from 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then get 4 hours of sleep, and then wake up right 8 a.m. in the morning to go to school. It wasn't an easy task. I had to push it forward, stay to the course. But the hardest things for me, like your peers and your fellow citizens, where you came from, you have friends, neighbors, and then they know you going to school. The hardest part for me was to raise my children and trying to earn meat for my family. And from time to time, I have to pause going to school. And then the hardest part for me is when my family members or a friend said, "Have you graduated yet? when you going to get that diploma?" I had struggled with that. And also I recall at that time when my father had some sickness, he was going to Holy Cross. And after that, he was admitted and got released at home. I recall that vividly. One day at that time, I was posing not going to college, school, when I was supposed to get especially on my first associate degree in business administration. And then I recall he told me that it's different. I mean, I was growing up. I wasn't a child then, I was responsible for my family and everything. And then he came into me and said, "I know you going to school long time here. When you gonna get that degree? You remember how when you small, you're a little kid, you going to school, and then your father or your mother need to see your grade cards?" That's how I feel that day. And then unfortunately, I had this conversation with him like on Monday, and unfortunately on Wednesday, I remember that week he died. It's that, and right after he died, and that propelled me and gave me the urge and courage to go back to school. And that's when I get my first associate degree at Brown College. So that was that's something I remember vividly. Although I was not a child, I was growing up, but at that time, my father was there to push me. I'm very grateful to that.
Okay. And thank you for sharing that story. That's
very inspiring.
That's very inspiring for people out there who want to go back and get their degrees. It's very inspiring. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go on in this. So you're running as an independent on the midterm election ballot. And you are going to be your opponents are going to be Debbie Wasserman-Schultz. She's a longtime politician, and I believe the other one is the Republican side has got Brent Anderson. I believe it is.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I think he's from Brent Anderson from Pompano Beach. Yeah. So my first question to you is, since you're running as an independent in District 20, that is an overwhelmingly Democratic district. Why should the Democratic voters choose you over the Democratic nominee, which is Debbie Wasserman-Schultz? Why should they choose you over Miss Wasserman-Schultz?
Well, this is the first advantage I have. I'm not a career politician. All my life, I serve people as a ministry, as a pastor. That's what I do. My reason for running is an extension of what I do in life. All my life, I deal with people. We see that she forced herself into District 20 as a result that she lost her district. As you know, I will be identifying with the people in District 20 because their struggle are my struggle. I've been out there. And if you look at her record for the past 20 years, there's nothing she has done that really represent the people in District 20. As far as I know, all her interest is elsewhere. The only reason she tried to get in District 20 is to carry the same goal she have as a career politician, so she can do the job of her interest group or APAC or the billionaire or the trillionaire. Where I am different as a simple citizen in District 20, where I live in Oakland Park for all my life. I came here in 1981, and I almost live in Oakland Park for over 30 years. My first daughter was born in 1983. That's how long I've been living in District 20. Mm-hmm. She's not part. She came running, although the law allow her to run in District 20 because you don't. It's not required really to live in District 20 to run in it. But when I live here for the longest, and I feel the struggle that these people, this family, experience in District 20, whereas her, she just gonna come here, and she just come in here and just forcing herself to the district to want it, and because she thinks she got super PAC and she got APAC, and people are to be wake up to know what they want. Are they really want somebody to come here in District 20 and run and win easily, where she not really gonna represent them as I will represent them, as I myself know their frustration. I know what they're feeling. I know what's out there. I know the cost of living. I know they're going through the same struggle I had went through my life. I know that's the same struggle they have going through. But as I said, she cannot show, she cannot demonstrate in any fashion, seriously, that she has done nothing for the past 20 years for this district. And now she wants to come and get elected so she can continue to benefit the millionaire and the trillionaire, where she, in her mind, she thinks she can buy District 20, and District 20 is not for sale.
Okay, well, that's well said, and she's been criticized a lot by the former candidates, especially Uncle Luther Campbell. He's been very critical of her on his social media pages about coming over to a district that's predominantly Black and Democratic. So you answered that well. So thank you for answering that. And I also heard you mention in your statement there about cost of living. So my next question, it leads me to my next question about homeowners and renters insurance in South Florida. The cost of living and insurance. What can a member of Congress realistically do about Florida's property insurance crisis? What can a member, if you're elected, what can you realistically do to help the people of Florida as it relates to property insurance and the property insurance crisis?
Well, from my standpoint, I recall 5 years or 10 years ago, my insurance used to cost me like little $5,000. Right now, the last time I bought my property insurance policy, they asked me for a full print inspection, where if you have anything going on as far as your roof, as far as electrical or the structure or the foundation of the house, first of all, the insurance company said, hey, I cannot cover you. This is an issue that I need to emphasize. Once I get elected, I will introduce a bill to open the eyes of the people to let them understand that's not the way to do things. Because look, when you live in paycheck to paycheck, where you chop, property insurance, and then the cost is rising, that don't left you enough to put food on your table. Right. So therefore, this is something that needs to be addressed not only in District 20. I think this is an overall issue. All the state, this is something serious. I felt the cost of insurance, because something I used to pay for $5,000 for my property insurance. Right now, I'm paying over $14,000. This has to change. So this is what I'm saying, though. I'm not living in Weston. So, right. So if somebody is living in Weston can afford to pay maybe a premium of $25,000 for the insurance because their property worth, $2-3 million, whereas the same property we used to buy for like $200,000, now you need over almost $500,000 to buy it. Can you imagine the way the cost of property insurance is going up? This need to be addressed once I'm elected in Congress.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Kedner, last Tuesday was a very disappointing showing for voters, black voters coming up. I'm looking at some of the stats right now. Mm-hmm. In Broward County, it was 334,000. It is 334,262 black registered voters here in Broward County. Approximately 54,284 voted. Approximately 279,978 did not vote. So we're talking about roughly 280,000 registered black voters in Broward County who may have not voted. What do you plan to do to draw more interest and get more black voters, especially the black voters we're talking about specifically here now, to the polls on November 3rd?
Well, it seemed to me I had the opportunity to be at one of the debates where Dale Ness, Sheila Sheffield, and Elijah Manley, when they were debating on the issue, mm-hmm. they didn't seem to raise anything awareness of the interests of the black voters. And it seemed to me because Debbie Wasserman forced herself to be elected in District 20, the black voters were not happy about that. In addition,
and they should have came out and voted.
Huh?
They should have came out and voted. They would have took care of that.
Well,
right
but
away.
I tell you what, I tell you one reason why they didn't really come out and vote, because out of the candidate that was opposing her, I think there was a meeting where they want to come in unity versus her, but they could not get their act together. And as you know, the former representative Sheila Sheffield had some issue to deal with, but I think they did not appeal. I think the black voter felt that none of this candidate that was in the primary did not appeal, did not call on Debbie Wasserman. That is, the question is, they should ask her What have she done? Although she came now to run in District 20, what have she done lately for this black communities? Now she came to take for granted. If they have put her on a spot and the black voter will see that they were serious about putting her on spot and bring a different platform to call on her, I think they would have done differently. They would have show up and vote. But I think on midterm election, the culture of the voting, the black voter is going to change. I know some of the problem too. There's a lot of people that feel oppressed right now because you know what? It's like the old saying. It's like Jesus saying, though, you know, you say you know me, you love me, but what have you done for your brothers and sisters? If you don't see God, you say you love God, and you have your neighbor next to you, you have done nothing to help them.
Well,
I
let
mean,
me tell you,
honestly,
Doctor. Luke called, I mean to cut you off. Luke called her out. She didn't show up to the NAACP debate or candidate forum at Mount Herman. She didn't show up.
Oh, she didn't show up also at the Black Caucus debate.
Yeah, so important places she didn't show up. So where she did show up, I don't think they did a good job in
they
calling
applaud
her
her
out like they should have.
Everywhere she go, they applaud her.
Yeah, because that was her type of audience.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Where she knew the audience might have been hostile, she didn't come. She didn't come to the like I say, she didn't come to the NAACP that Marsha Ellison had, and Luke was always calling her out. Luke, Dale,
Elijah,
Sheila, and Elijah, they all called her out where the black voters were at. But I think that a lot of black people that did vote, because all I heard and in our podcast and some of the feedback that we got was that when they did call her out, a lot of black people were saying she was the most experienced. All I saw the next day after the election was black people on Facebook, and it was a lot of the older black people. I don't think the young black people felt that way.
No,
it was the older blacks, the civil rights blacks that was on Facebook and on social media saying she was the most experienced. But those are the majority of the voters that are voting now. If that young crowd gets off their behind and vote, they can change the concept of this whole district and possibly this country.
That's exactly.
We got to find a way to get them to vote, and they're not doing that. All they do is complain all day on Facebook about conditions.
Yeah, that's exactly what needs to be done. On October 19 to November 1st on early voting, and also on the day of November 3rd, 2026. But, well, this young generation, we are to create a platform for them where they can expand themselves and get the skill necessary to propel and get successful. Let me tell you one scenario. As an accountant, I do have young people coming to me every year. I do their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
We need to teach them, because look, this is what happens every year. As a tax preparer, I do tax preparation for individuals, and I do some for the businesses and etc. and LLC. This is what happened. When somebody come and do their taxes, They love deductions, and they love child tax credit or an income credit. But look, usually they work in a low income, like they work like $10, $15 an hour, enough to get by from paycheck to paycheck. But when you give them the deduction or the standard deduction, yes, your deduction put you at a zero, no tax liability. But the money that they have throughout the year, they need to convert that money in an investment. We have to teach them, and we have to raise their IQ to give them something to live up for, and to teach them, like I taught myself, and with the help of my grandmother, who was a merchant when I was a child. She didn't have a lot, but she became a business owner. That's the sign I pick up when I come here. That's how I become a business owner. We need to show them how to invest, how to be creator of business, to be on the side where they can make a difference. Although you want to work, you want to go to work, but in the meantime, you need a mentor to help you get where you want to be. Now, that's where that's where I will make a difference in their life, because
and that's what I wanted to ask you. Because we got some questions we want to ask you too. In your first 100 days in office, what would you do? What would you change in the first 100 days when you're elected?
Well, in the first 100 days, when I get elected, when you see somebody come young, come out of college, how are you gonna help him make the American dream when they not buy their first home? So usually, I remember myself when I was at Nova, I had to refinance my home to pay my school debt, my loan. So the first thing to do is to help the youngster forgive their debt or create a bill where, like everywhere else. I recall I was looking at a documentary where some country in the Middle East or elsewhere in the world, even college, students don't have to pay for college. For the tax that we pay in America, why can't our children go to college when, especially when they go to college or university, if they don't get like a sponsorship to help them pay it, they have to get loans to do it. So why can we present a bill where the young can go to school, where the government will sponsor that school?
They'll call you a socialist.
Well,
that's what they'll call you now, socialist.
Socialism.
Well, where's all that money we put in the bank? I mean, but I know why they doing this, because they, these politicians out there, they want to label you whenever they can, because it's a game. They have to play the game, because once it's the scare tactics. When you hear they call you a socialist, then you have to back up with your ideology. I'm not here to back up. I'm not afraid of anybody when it comes to tell the truth. Not all the country out there that help paying the expenses or the money for the for the student, they're not all socialists. They're all kind of how you call it? They're all kind of government form. So I mean, for some people to just say because you want to give somebody the opportunity or to forgive their loan and teach them the proper skills, and by being business owners and then not wage owner from living paycheck to paycheck, and they want to call you socialist, that's on them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about immigration. Since you immigrated here from Haiti, and you moved here from Haiti, and you came here and you got your degrees and graduated in
1981, correct?
1981, and you got your college degrees.
I came in 1981, but my
81.
first graduation was 2001, and then 2001 and 2011.
Right. So
Yes.
my question is, what is your position on immigration? Specifically, what should happen to undocumented immigrants who have lived and worked in South Florida for decades? So what is your position on immigration and undocumented immigrants who have lived and worked in South Florida?
Okay. First, before I answer this question, I had to tell you this. You see Donald, the rubber stamp of Donald Trump, that he said, oh yeah, he's going to implement security in Haiti right now. How in the world, the condition of living right now in Haiti, how are you going to implement security where you have a government in place? They know we have Vivre Ensemble. We have this guy Barbecue is killing people from right to wrong, and they kidnapping people, have people paying for ransom, and then he just come in because he wants to earn maybe the credit of the Haitian community. All of a sudden, never heard of that guy before, except that he do the work of Donald Trump. Listen, this is my position. Let me tell you what I did when I came here. And that's the same position I had right now. When I come here in 1981, there was deportation, but there was not any arrogance. And, I recall I used to watch what you call wrestling.
Oh, yeah, we did too.
Nowadays, that's what I see. Listen, I didn't know this question was coming. I don't know. I was browsing through my Facebook this morning. Tears come out of my eyes. This young black man, a white police officer, target him. I think he thinks maybe he was a foreigner, but however, he was African American. And then somewhere along the line, he wants to, arrest him. The guy said, okay, if you want to arrest me, I need to know why you want to arrest me. When he senses this guy was not a foreigner or an alien, he said, yeah, you have a warrant against you. Okay, if you have a warrant against me, I have all the right to ask you what the warrant is about.
I think I saw that too. I saw that same one too.
Okay, fine. I will let you arrest me, but tell me what the warrant for. No, you are under, you have a warrant against you. Okay? And he want to arrest it until a black officer come and then kind of settle things then. Well, my policy will be, I will now there's 350,000 Haitian right now without who was on the TPS, and the current administration is stop it. So these people now need a pathway to permanent resident, and then eventually to become citizen after 5 years. I will present a bill to that effect once I'm elected in Congress. The condition that people are living right now is outrageous. This doesn't look like America. On the bigger stage, we will secure, I will support for securing the borders. But however, we have to show compassion for people. Why? Where's this saying? I recall when I was a boy in Haiti and when I was in school, I heard this thing, human rights. America will go all over the world and pushing people and human rights. Look at how ICE is beating people, like they treat them like dogs. It's just the same way our president right now saying, you know, the Haitian eat cat and dogs. Guess what?
In Ohio.
In Ohio.
In
When that
Ohio,
happened,
yes. He was saying.
I didn't see Debbie come out and say anything. What Debbie said then when Trump, I think she's a friend of Trump. I think she's working for them. Because Super PAC and the PAC is nothing but the billionaire and the trillionaire. She put it herself in a class where obviously everybody knows if they're elected on that midterm election, Debbie, our people will not have a representation. She has not done it for 20 years. What tell you now she's going to do any difference now?
Do you plan on debating her? Having a debate? Any debates or anything set up currently where you can debate her and the Republican candidate, or just her?
Of course. I mean, you know, I'll take on anybody because, like you said, I will. I'm not afraid of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of speaking. I will speak my mind. I will tell them what I think, and you know, and then I will leave it out there for people to decide. But obviously, if in midterm election they pick Debbie, they know what they pick. They pick somebody who has a different agenda, not for the American people, not for District 20, but the agenda is for the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that is why she's running away from her district. She's running away from her district. It's not because she can win, but she's running away to go to District 20. She thinks it's an easy district to fly by and win it at her pleasure, while, you know, she run away. I don't know how to describe it, but she had a district. She should stay there. She never should come in here and force herself to District 20.
Well, that's what all the other candidates were saying. The other candidates continued to pound that question, but I don't think that resonated with the voters that did get out and vote. They didn't see that. They saw experience. They saw she had been in Congress for over 20 years, or 20 or whatever it was.
What is the result? 20. What is the result? She didn't give any result. She didn't give anybody any result. The experience is experience. Experience with Super PAC and the PAC. Is that what it is?
They kept pounding that home about APAC. And again, if enough voters had got out and vote, the results, everyone's saying that, well, too many of them ran. No, that wasn't the problem, because they're not looking at the data. The data shows over 280,000 registered voters did not vote. Black voters, registered black voters did not vote. It would have been nice if they would have got one candidate to run against her. But the problem is wider, that over 280,000 black registered voters in Broward County did not vote. But Luke made an interesting video, and he said that how could Miss Wasserman-Schultz represent District 20 when she comes from a district where people own $2, $3, $4, $5 million homes, and she's coming to represent people in this county that a lot of people in this county that don't. And Uncle Luke said that she's representing the elites, that she's not gonna be able to represent the common people in this district. What do you say to that?
What do I say to this? I mean, Uncle Luke was right, and he's still right. And I see him among all the candidates. He showed more visibility. I want to applaud him for that. And this is right. Well, like I said earlier, let me say that again. She's not gonna represent District 20. Her interest is gonna be somewhere else, and everybody knows it. So I don't know what plotting. Something is not.
The older black voters don't know that. I see that glitch. The older black voters, they don't see that. They look at that word experience and they don't understand that the word experience is like a double-edged sword. It only used when it's not convenient for them. That's what they don't see.
Let me talk to you about experience. One, when she was elected initially, in that post, what experience she had. So why they don't give somebody else a chance?
They don't.
Why they don't want to give more? Like I myself, I have all the experience that it requires to represent District 20 because I live here. Family are being affected. The struggle that I have is that they have the struggle that I have. I've been there. I've been through there. If people want to get out of the rat race, they want to get up and go to the ballot box in November 20 and vote her out. Tell her to go back in the district and give us the representation that this district was designed for. This district was designed to be represented by a minority.
It was.
That's majority.
Facts. That's facts.
So let it be that way. And then are these people who said, "Oh, she had the experience"? Is that change their life? What change she make for them? How did she change their family? How she changed their household? How she changed the cost of living?
Well, you're going to have to get to the older black voters because they are 100% convinced that about the experience, and you can't deny her experience in Congress. She has the experience, but the older black voters are the ones that you're going to have to get to because all I saw the next day was it was like a pep rally I saw, and you're going to have to get to them.
Let me tell you one. Well, I remember this simple equation: 0 equals 0. What she has done, her experience equals nothing to the doesn't mean anything for us. What? Okay, I heard she was in Congress. What she has done for the Haitian community, what she have done for the Black American. What? I mean, when you look at the inner city, some of the schools that needs restoration. And then when you look at elsewhere, you saw some schools that need renovation. I mean, I need to know. She's talking sometime about the things that, she's a prevention of children not,
she was with the Broward School Boards a long time ago. She was a school board member. I remember back, I believe, in the early 90s, somewhere. But I know she was supported by the Broward Teachers Union, and I believe those unions there.
To be honest with you, I don't see anything she has done for the Black community.
A lot of people feel that way. Most people I talk to felt that way. So you're preaching to the choir now.
I will pull my card vote and vote for her. Well, these folks we need to reach. My campaign will make every effort to reach out to them, whether we go knock on their door and speak to them and help them understand what really going on out there. They're voting something to benefit elsewhere, not even America. They're voting somebody to help some people elsewhere, not here.
That's what everyone I talk to say, echo that same sentiment that you're saying right now. So
that's what they want to do. You know what? With all due respect, I respect everybody's opinions, but sometimes we have to wake up and smell the coffee. Listen, they may feel that way, but I'm telling you, Debbie Wasserman is not the right candidate for District 20.
Well, you know what, Dr. Kedner, if she win in November 3rd, I believe election day is November 3rd. If she win on November 3rd, everyone needs to hold her accountable, just like they did Sheila and just like they did Honorable Alcee Hastings. They need to hold her just as accountable and don't make no excuses, because there's no excuses because she's experienced.
We know what she's going to do.
So there's no excuses for her.
We know what she's going to do.
Hold her accountable.
We know already what she's going to do. It's the same thing. When they tell the people, vote Kamala, no, we want Trump. Look what we got now. So we know it's already deja vu. So what else to expect? We know what to expect. We know who's the interest she's going to be in. We know who she come in District 20. She's so comfortable of the work she was doing for this interest group, right? Elsewhere, in the Middle East, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what she wants to do. And now District 20 is comfortable for her to come and continue that part. That's what you want to do, nothing else. If our people, our mother, I call them mother because, unfortunately, my mother is not here to see this, and my father. I call them mother and father, because in Haiti, when somebody is older than you, you respect them. When you see them, you said, good morning, mother, good morning, father. And then if you disrespect them, guess what? And when they go to your mother and said, you did this, you did that, even though you didn't do it, you know what? Your mother will grab something and whomp you. With all due respect, they really need to recalibrate this thing so they can make it right on November 3rd.
Okay.
Well, you are that person. You say you are that person, right?
Yes, I am. Okay. I am Congress 20.
Yes. All right. So my last question to you, Dr. Maxime.
You guys get 3 minutes.
I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to answer this question here. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. Dr. Maxime, voters have heard politicians promise better jobs, affordable housing, lower health care costs, and greater transparency for decades, a long, long time.
Yeah.
If I interview you again in 2 years from now, when you're elected, what one accomplishment would you be able to point and say, I kept my word to the people? What's one accomplishment if you win? And 2 years from now, I interview you. What is one accomplishment you will be able to say, I kept my word? Answer that in 3 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you something that is very strong here, and it's rooted for my family, my mother and my father both. My mother was a merchant, and my father was working in the Haitian police in Haiti. One thing he taught us, you know how you were when you were a kid, and they will change as you live, from neighbor to neighbor, and they will send you to the market. Here you will say market. If they give you some money, a change that is more, when you bring it home, you show your mother. And if they give you $1 and you bring $2, they said, no, I give you $1. So take that dollar back. So all my life, I serve people. For 25 years, I teach Sunday school. For 16 years, I pastor a church. For over 25 years, I'm running a business here. You know what? I will charge you for the service I render to you, but I will not steal from you. But guess what? I know it's very hard to go to Washington and return home to be the same person if you're not serving. But all my life, I'm a ministry. I serve people with integrity, with character. There's one thing I established with everybody I met that shaped my character. I have my own standard when it comes to money, because my family teach me all these characters that you're supposed to expose. Once I get elected, after 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, there will not be anything that you're going to reproach me as far as the old politician or the career politician has done. I will stand on my feet. I will call in the Lord when I feel weak. I will seek for advice. And guess what? You guys, I have a lot of respect for you. As for now, I know I have a friend, and sometimes I call you and I can talk to you. If I feel weak, you will help me.
You know it.
That would make the difference to the people in District 20. And I'm going to fight.
Right. Well said. Well said. Quickly on, are you on social? How could they make a donation to your campaign? Real quickly.
Donation, they will go to, they can follow me along at Maxime for Congress.com, or they can Zelle 954-671-7402. 954-671-7402. Follow me along at MaximeForCongress.com. On Facebook.
All right, and are you on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok? Are you on social media?
Yes.
How could they find you?
At the website, they will find the link to go Instagram and then Facebook and all the media, social media.
Well, we look forward to seeing some candidate forums, debates or whatever. I would look forward to seeing something between you and Ms. Wasserman-Schultz, Mr. Kedner.
I would be delighted to.
Yeah. Did anyone set anything up? The NAACP or anyone approach you about anything yet?
I don't know. Since I'm running as an independent conservative Democrat, I don't know if they will set something up. They know they did it in the primary, but anytime, I'm ready,
Or any nonpartisan organizations. I mean, anything, anything nonpartisan should set something up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've been talking to Dr. Kedner Maxime. He's a candidate for independent candidate for U.S. Congress in the 20th
with democratic values, though.
Right. for the Democratic Party.
Democratic values.
With Democratic values. He's in the 20th Congressional District. His name will appear.
Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
On every election here, I vote for Obama. I vote for Kamala. I vote for Bill Clinton and all Democratic candidates. I never vote Republican. So I don't want people out there to mix me up, because I saw when they try to flash me on the television, they put me among the Republican as an independent. I'm not. So I want to
right. Yeah, you're no party affiliation.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you've been leaning Democratic. Okay, so his name will appear on the November 3rd midterm election ballot. And Dr. Maxime Kedner, Kedner Maxime, I'm sorry, he is asking for your vote on November the 3rd. Thank you for stopping by and talking to us. We hope
welcome to come back.
You're welcome to come back when you win and tell us, how happy you are to go and represent District 20 in Washington D.C. Thank you, sir.
Conversation. I'm open. We can have different conversations.
Absolutely.
Right,
good luck to you.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity to speak in your podcast, and I'm sure this message will get to the people, and that will help them and change their mind and vote for me in November 10th.
Good enough. So it'll be on YouTube for you to share with all of your family and friends, and share with the public. So thank you, Dr. Kedner Maxime, and good luck to you on November 3rd.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, ciao.
All right, good night, sir, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes.
Is that 30 minutes?
No,
hey,
it's been actually 1 hour now.
You were long-winded. Yeah. You were long-winded, so we let you got your information out.
But you did good though.
You started catching fire, so we let you win.
You guys motivate me.
Yeah, we brought it out of you. So good luck to you, sir, on November the 3rd. We'll be right back with a pop-up podcast. Stay tuned.
We talk. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Very grateful to you guys. Thank you.